shave cadre. Barber Dave here with Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home, and we'd like to welcome you to another Saturday morning shave. Today we are on day 6 of our Barbershop Scent tour, shootout I should say, and we're going to Spain before we head back over the pond. And got my brand new shaving cadre mug yesterday. Didn't get the shirts in, those will be a while. But today we're going to shave with a soap that I don't have too many of, and that's Barrister Mann and Seville. This is the Spanish barbershop version. Barrister Mann's a very good soap. I have 3 or 4 of them. I don't use them as often as I could. About 42 and Cerion are the ones that I have. The aftershave will be another Spanish staple, a Toja, and then followed by the cologne of Flor De Naranja, made by Agua de Colonia. And our brush, very excited to use, and I want to thank Steve at Grey Dog for the keyhole. It's a beautiful brush. We're so glad to have him as a hobbyist. And then for the razor, we're back to straights, thank God. And I'm using a Philly 14 JMP, so one of the earlier models, which arguably could be said that Filarmonicas are the absolute best straight razors that were ever made. The steel and everything else. Now, you could argue that the Swedish or the Germans, but in my mind, this, as far as smoothness, the 14, because of its weight and everything else, is just fantastic. This would be the modern day equivalent, or I guess the medieval equivalent to Valerian steel, for those of you that get the Game of Thrones reference. And it does, you can barely see it now, but it's got Sevillana. And this was part of the Medellin Torino line, which was a series of 3 or 4 razors. Now you can't see but it was all around bullfighting. And then the Sevillana was the flamenco dancer scales. So it's all original. It's a great razor. So hope everybody's having a nice weekend so far. A nice Saturday morning. We are actually going through somewhat of a cool down today. So those of us that live here are breaking out our parkas and everything else, because it's only supposed to be 93 to 95 degrees today. And so we're not sure what's happening with the ice caps, and so we're worried that people are going to get way too cold at 93 to 95 degrees. Just kidding. What is odd, though, is that our weather pattern has really changed. The monsoon season, as they say, which is more or less just a wind pattern, normally starts on the 15th of June, but we don't get anything until early July. But we've been getting thunderstorms in the evenings, which is nice. I mean, we need the rain. So maybe it's because the planet cleared itself when we had this whole COVID thing going on, or still have this COVID thing going on. The Barrister Mann soap, very easy to load, very easy to lather. I would call it a tier 1 soap. It's not an elite soap. And as far as the Seville, it's just an incredible scent. It's probably the sharpest of, as far as the spiciness notes. It's probably the sharpest of the bunch, but it really fits that barbershop vibe, that true old-fashioned barbershop vibe, much in the way Italy does as well. Okay. So most of you may have seen, that are into brushes, there is a thread that was started about doing a group buy for the brushes. And we're working on some things right now that are very exciting. Can't make any mention of it yet, but as I said, if there's one thing you buy this year, this will probably be it. And for those of you who don't know, as far as Filarmonicas are concerned, they come in 3 iterations. The 12, which is 5/8, the 13, which is 6/8, and then of course the 14, which is 7/8. Just very smooth, very solid steel. Just once you hone a good edge, on a filly, it stays forever. Yeah, tremendous first pass. And the soap's nice. It lingers real well. Like I said, it's got that typical barbershop spicy scent. It doesn't have much of a powder at all till the end, and it's very light. Keep the edge fresh, just stropping a few times. And if you're lucky enough to, and I think I was very lucky, is to see the generosity of Steve with Grey Dog. You'll find that his brushes are just fantastic works of art. I also mentioned yesterday that after the barbershop shootout is done, we will be doing a tour of Sapofinicio Veracino, including the history of the company. And then we're going to go through all the scents they currently have, just to give you an idea, and go over the differences, because that's probably, like I said, the biggest complaint we see sometimes is the similarity in the or the reports of similarity of scent, and that's due to the complexity. The Barrister Mann Seville isn't the slickest of the soaps in this shootout. but it is very, very consistent. I could probably get away with being done, but what fun in that would there be? This is also the first, I mean, I don't know if Steve designates this shape as a keyhole, but it kind of looks like a keyhole. And first keyhole type shape I have. So one thing, getting off topic for a second, that's one thing I do notice about some of the Barrister Mann soaps, they do dry out a little bit. You may have to add a little bit of water. But anyhow, the keyhole shape is kind of neat. I've got I'm not sure which synthetic knot Steve put in here, but it's very nice. Not too stiff. Good splay. Comfortable brush, honestly. I mean, it eats lather, which is a good thing. Okay, we're gonna finish up our shave. So good to be back to straights. That's all she wrote. As I said, I don't think, in my opinion, you can get a closer or a more or a longer shave than with a straight. But that's just my opinion. Tremendous. And the one nice thing about the Barrister Mann soap, it does stick around for a while. So right now, I think this one's definitely in the top 5. Just a tremendous shave. The post-shave feel on the Barrister Mann is always good. Your face feels hydrated, doesn't feel like it's been and dried out. And this is the older version of the Seville. I don't keep up on a lot of his stuff, so I don't know, you know, if they've adjusted the formula. The La Toja, you normally use a La Toja shave stick with this, but this is a really nice aftershave. High alcohol content, but very nice. It dries down pretty quickly. It's got a it matches the Seville fairly well, because with the Spanish barbershop scents are a little bit more spicy, as you'd imagine. They are, so it's very nice. We'll be using some talc today. Today is my Friday. Shop's open till 3 today. And I enjoy another nice 3-day weekend. Tremendous. Okay, and then we'll use the Flor De Naranja is a more of an orange leaf flavor rather than the actual orange. It's the blossom, and that really complements the spiciness of the Seville. Okay, that's it, folks. Day 6 in the books, and we're getting down to the wire, and we appreciate you taking this tour and this shootout of barbershop scents with us. Another 6 days to go, and hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday, and we'll see you on the boards. www.theshavingcadre.com.